Maintenance issues to roach and rodent infestations. Our problem solver receives the highest number of complaints from unhappy renters. Some of those complaints involve safety and security. A Fox SA viewer who spent weeks recovering after being attacked inside her own apartment recently won her battle in court. Jurors in a civil case found property managers negligent for letting the woman's ex-boyfriend into her apartment without authorization.
As Problem Solver Darian Trotter reports, the outcome of the case is sending a warning and raising awareness. But we also want to warn you, you may find some of the images disturbing.
I tried leaving, and he wouldn't let me leave.
It was a night Julie Vega won't soon forget.
I could not believe that he was there.
A harrowing attack that shattered her sense of safety and nearly took her life.
He stabbed me quite a few times.
November 8th, 2021. Julie came home from work and unknowingly walked into a real-life nightmare inside her own apartment.
There was my ex in my apartment, and I was a total surprise.
Julie says after a rocky 10-year relationship, she made clear it was finally over, this time for real.
We had broken up 3 months prior, and I wanted no contact with him. I wanted nothing to do with him anymore.
She says in her mind, both had moved on. She was in a budding new relationship with Lee, her new boyfriend, and she says her ex, 40-year-old Shane Jernigan, had moved to Vancouver, Washington.
Never really showed any sign of wanting to further the relationship, so we broke it off, and I was like, all right, I'm done.
Nothing that you said would have indicated, hey, I would like to see you sometime soon, or a pop-up visit would be okay.
No. He would reach out to me and I would tell him to leave me alone, that I don't want to further anything.
She says she had ignored repeated calls and text messages from Shane pleading to get back together. When that didn't work, she says he made the same plea in person.
I was like, no, like I don't want this, like I don't want anything to do with you right now.
Why?
No.
Why not?
No.
Julie suspects being firmly rejected again was the first thing that set Shane off.
He attacked me on the couch. He tried smothering me with a pillow.
Stop it.
She says he tried using packing tape to tie her up during her attempt to escape. She says she remembers fighting to break free as Shane allegedly pulled out chunks of her hair. Then she says everything went dark.
I believe I had like passed out because he had, one moment he was concerned and like very like sorry, like, oh my God, are you okay?
Battered and bruised, Julie believed it best to try to say or do something to calm him down. She bought herself just enough time and distance to send a short text to her new boyfriend, Lee. 3 characters, nothing more, 911.
I have no idea what to think at that point, other than that she needed help.
Lee grabbed his keys and made a beeline to the Polo Club apartments on Marbach. Julie says his knock on the door is what set Shane off the second time.
I heard the deadbolt like immediately go, and then a couple of seconds later, screaming started, and it was obvious that there was a kind of a life or death situation going on based on the screaming.
After calling police, Lee says he ran through the apartment building, banging on doors, trying to get the attention of as many people as possible to just maybe help break down the door. With adrenaline rushing, desperate to do something, he somehow managed to climb on top of the balcony. What he saw through the glass door was deeply disturbing.
I saw part of what was happening, and to be right there on the other side of the door, knowing that that's happening, and to feel like you're useless and you can't do anything to save the person that you care about is something that I still think about every day.
Helplessly, Lee looked on for what he says seemed like an eternity as prosecutors say Julie's attacker repeatedly stabbed the love of his life.
The neck, the abdomen, my wrist, I had to grab the knife, so I had cuts all across all my fingers.
How did you get him out of there?
The police knocked down the door and they pulled him off of me.
Julie would spend the next several hours clinging to life, her family unsure if she'd make it. And if she did, they were warned she may not be able to speak or have full use of her left hand. For Lee, information was hard to come by. It took days before he was finally able to see her.
I thought she was dead the whole time. So seeing her, for me at least, was like seeing a ghost. Heart rate went through the roof the first day when I went in there.
For both Julie and Lee, the road to recovery physically and emotionally has been long. Julie's attorney argued it all started because a maintenance worker let Shane Jernigan into Julie's apartment even though he was not on the new lease. It's a claim property managers deny, arguing in civil court maybe Shane kept an extra key after the couple broke things off.
No one believed that. So we believe that the jury got it right. They didn't believe those incredible excuses. And neither did we.
A Bexar County jury recently awarded Julie more than $24 million in damages. They found the owners of the apartment complex and the management company negligent. We reached out several times to attorneys representing both of them and repeatedly got no response. Julie's sharing her story to help send a message to other property managers, underscoring the importance of tenant safety. As for Shane Jernigan, well, he has been convicted of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and sentenced to 20 years in state prison. I'm Fox SA's investigative problem solver, Darian Trotter.